Konosuba Volume 13. Epilogue. On this rare occasion, the "We're closed" plaque was hanging on the front of Wiz's magic item shop. Wah! This is too much. It's way too much. Wah! Within the shop was Wiz, who has been wailing nonstop, and Vanir, standing next to her and desperately trying to hold back his laughter. Vanir has been looking really glossy and happy recently. It's probably due to all the dark emotions that he gets from Wiz every day. Come on, I'll share some of the vegetables I harvested, so cheer up, Wiz. It'll be fine, you're a decent girl, so I'm sure you'll meet a good man soon. Wiz sobs, Aqua-sama. Will that really happen? Time won't just keep slipping by. Wiz momentarily raised her head from the counter after hearing Aqua's words. It's fine even if you wait. After all, aren't you immortal? That means there's no need for you to lower your standards just because you are getting old. That's a very big benefit, you know? Aqua's haphazard encouragement caused Wiz's face to brighten up ever so slightly. Yeah, I don't age. I don't need to get desperate or lower my standards. Even if you don't get old, your age on the family registry will still go up. Hey, strange devil, stop saying unnecessary things. See? Wiz has started crying again. I kind of think I shouldn't feel this way while Wiz is crying like that, but I am a little relieved after seeing the usual rowdy scene within the store. Duke said that this town will eventually become a priority target for the Demon King's army. But, at least for now, everything is peaceful in this town of beginners, and there aren't any signs of an imminent attack. I really hope things will continue like this. Just then. Hey, how long do you intend to cry for, you heartbroken shopkeeper? Stop moping around and open the store for business. Didn't you want to help moi achieve my wish? At this rate, how many centuries will it take for me to be able to create my dungeon? Moi might be immortal, but it'd be pointless if humanity goes extinct before the dungeon is complete. You don't need to tell me that. As a Lich, no matter who I get together with, in the end, all I can do is watch them slowly age and be left alone. Even after humanity goes extinct, I'm sure I'll be all alone. Vanir sighed as he looked upon the sobbing Wiz. Seems like this incident really traumatized her. Seriously. You aren't the only immortal, you know? We devils are immortal too. Until the day my dungeon is complete and adventurers come to vanquish me, moi will stay with you, so cheer up, my friend. Hearing that, Wiz snapped her head upwards. In other words, if the dungeon forever remains incomplete, Vanir-san will be with me forever? Right, I'll set my sights on taking away your management rights. You couldn't be satisfied with facing such a half-baked opponent, right? Very well, it's been some time, but I'll be your opponent. Vanir grabbed Wiz by her collar and started dragging her to the entrance of the shop. Ah, wait, Vanir-san. I was just joking. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'll work hard, so please forgive me. Under the clear sky tinted by the cold air of approaching winter, Wiz's cries echoed throughout the town of Axel. Well, all's well that ends well, so that's a relief. Are you seriously saying it ended well after seeing that? On our way back from the magic item shop, we took a winding route back through the town as we headed back home, shopping around and browsing goods as we went along. Marriage, huh? Darkness, you're the sole heir to your family, so isn't it about time you start seriously considering it? Darkness frantically averted her gaze upon hearing Megumin's words. My father is quite understanding, so you could say I've been afforded more freedom in such matters compared to the other nobility. Though, I suppose I am at the age where I should start considering such issues. Still, if we talk about age, the most perilous one is Aqua. Hey, Kazuma, let me tell you something interesting. You see, Darkness keeps a diary of her daily experiences with us in her room. But that's not the interesting point. The interesting bit is that there's a strange mechanism underneath where she keeps that book, and in it is where she writes all of her fantasies. Aqua, get over here. When did you get in? I'm sure I locked my room properly. How much do you know? Aqua was dragged away by Darkness before she could finish her interesting story. Just when the mansion was almost in sight, Megumin suddenly said something. Kazuma, how many children do you want in the future? I couldn't help but do a spit take in response to Megumin's sudden question. To be honest, I don't really hate children. If I have to choose, I'd have to say I like them. But, I just bought a few items to prevent accidents from happening from Vanir the other day. Just when I was agonizing over the right way to answer this question, I noticed the figure of someone waiting for us outside the mansion. That was a crimson demon with a large gift basket in her hand. There's only one person who would bring such a gift every time she visited. Hey, if it isn't Yunyun. Did you come over to play and wait for us because we were out? What should we play today? I'm very excited after seeing someone else's explosion today, so why don't we head over to the lake and see who can catch the most fish? Something seems strange about Yunyun. Wait, could it be that old cliché again? Is she here to drag me into some other trouble? I have the ability to learn from experience, you know? Well. I have a request for Kazuma-san. Yeah, I knew it. But Megumin interposed herself between us, as though she was trying to protect me. Her eyes were glowing bright red. She moved her face close to Yunyun to the point where they are almost nose to nose, and in a threatening tone said, "What do you want with Kazuma? Why is everyone always coming to this man for help whenever they have a problem? Don't they have any shame? I already failed the trial twice because of you, so I can't fail again." Yunyun's screams echoed through the sunny sky. Short story, a real magic item. On a certain afternoon, I was free and stopped by the Adventurers Guild in search of something to do, and for some reason, a crowd has gathered there. Hey, what's all this fuss about? Oh, isn't that Kazuma? It's magic items. A magic item peddler has arrived. A familiar adventurer told me, and I reacted instantly upon hearing the term magic item. There's got to be some kind of downside, right? Like it'll explode upon use or it'll affect all targets indiscriminately or something. These aren't the items that Wiz-san sells, so you don't have to worry about that. You're loaded, so why don't you take a look? Your companions are already out there picking stuff out. Turning over at his words, I saw my companions were indeed over there, picking up items as they wished. Oh, Kazuma, you came to the right place. Look at this item. It's a potion that can increase my magic power for a short time. There are no downsides. I would like to borrow some money. Kazuma-san, this is a cleaning tool that will spin around once supplied with mana. I would really like you to buy it. It'd be much easier to clean the toilets with this. Oh, and it seems like there are no downsides. I don't know why they are emphasizing the fact that it has no downsides, but it seems like these things are at least usable. That said, increasing Megumin's magic power any further would only cause more problems, and Aqua will probably break it soon enough if I buy it for her. And, standing next to them, Darkness was looking at something in her hand with a troubled expression. A bandana that can increase dexterity, huh? Should I buy it? No, wait, in that case, my attacks will hit. But on the other hand, we've been going up against a lot of strong enemies recently. Right, buy it. Buy it right now. Actually, I'll pay for it, so put it on right now. After finding an item that's perfect for Darkness, I immediately made to purchase it. Wah, Kazuma. No, wait, this has, downsides. It doesn't have any. Just give it to me, I'll pay for it. Ah. After taking the bandana off Darkness's hands, I looked over the goods on display to see if there's anything else worth buying. They said it was a peddler, so I was expecting some useless garbage, but I managed to get my hands on a very convenient item. It'd be perfect if there's a staff that allows you to use other kinds of spells, or an item that increases intelligence. That's unfair, Kazuma. Please buy my item too. Or at least lend me some money. I don't want to return this, so please buy it for me. This magic item will definitely be fun. If I put some water on it and make it spin, it'll definitely spray water everywhere. If I use it well, it can be used as part of a party trick to create rainbows. Shut up. You don't need that stuff. Even if I bought that potion for you, Megumin, you'll just drink it immediately without waiting for a boss to appear. And that thing isn't a toy, Aqua. Pushing aside the two of them who were clinging onto me, my eyes fell upon something interesting. What's this? Paralyzed stone? Oh, you have a good eye, dear customer. That's an exceptional item that has a certain chance of paralyzing a target it hits. That said, there is a downside. The old man peddler explained as I looked over the stone in my hand. In addition to the chance of paralyzation being low, it's quite rare, so there's only one for sale. On top of that, it's pretty expensive, and it's not a suitable item to trust your life to in the heat of battle. After all, if the paralyzation fails to work, the enemy can pick it up, and it'd now be a threat to you. It's an item that anyone can use, so now you'd be the one at risk of being paralyzed. Indeed, there's no point in handing your opponent a convenient item. If there's no guarantee that the effect will go off, it'd be like handing over a weapon to your opponent. Just then, I realized something. Old man, I'll buy this stone. Ha! Are you sure, dear customer? I mean, as a store owner, it'd be a great help if you'd take it off my hands, but... After handing over the money to the old man, I turned towards Megumin with the stone in hand. Hey, Megumin, you want to try taking on my new technique? Oh? Well, as long as it wouldn't harm me, I don't mind. As expected of the Crimson Demons. They understand the appeal of a new technique. I threw the paralyzed stone towards Megumin as she nodded. The moment the stone made contact, I used a skill I had prepared in advance. Steel. Ouch. As I intended, in my hand was Hey. That's not it, hear me out. With Megumin's underwear in my hand, I immediately started with a denial. My new technique is meant to allow me to retrieve the paralyzed stone after it hits an opponent. It's a technique that allows me to throw an infinite number of paralyzed stones. My steel has a weird trait of targeting more expensive items. In other words, it's your fault for wearing expensive panties. I don't wear expensive panties. Actually, I can't move. Just then, I noticed something odd with the surrounding atmosphere. You came up with an amazing technique of paralyzing someone and stealing their panties. You devil. No, comparing you to them is an insult to devils. Oh crap, I think I just raised another Scumzuma flag. Say, Kazuma. How much do I have to pay to experience that new technique of yours? Darkness looked at the paralyzed stone in my hand with an envious expression. I won't use it on you no matter how much you pay. Old man, I want a refund. Hey, Aqua, don't pretend like you don't know me, help me persuade him for a refund. Today, my reputation once again took another great hit. Afterwards, I gave Darkness the bandana that increases your dexterity, but of course, she still couldn't hit anything. Short story, the winter moon is. The two crimson demons warily gazed around the clearing on the outskirts of town before whispering to each other. You're here, Megumin. Did you have any problems? You weren't seen by the others, were you? Don't worry, I confirmed that no one was following me before coming here, and I also asked what everyone back at home was planning on doing today. Kazuma said that he didn't want to be woken up before evening. Aqua was heading out to the river to gather interesting-looking pebbles, and even the recently freed Darkness has gone out to oversee the engineering crew in filling in the nearby craters that the explosion devil created last night. It's really handy to have the lip-reading skill at such times. Regardless of the distance, as long as I can see their mouths, I can follow their conversation. Make sure you properly apologize to Darkness-san after this, okay? Forget after this, ever since last night, I've been lectured by her all the way until this morning. I vehemently denied it and demanded that she show me proof, but it seems like that just made things worse. I don't know why you would deny it to such a degree, but never mind. Let's just hurry up and get it done while nobody's here. Saying that, Union started piling up the bricks in the clearing into what appeared to be a simple stove. Megumin then placed the pot she carried with her on top of the stove, and brought out something from it. This color and fragrance. I can't believe you managed to get your hands on this. Yun showed a very intoxicated expression after taking a whiff from the bottle. This is a pretty top-grade item if I say so myself. Hee, this will definitely become the best ritual ever. Seemingly satisfied, the two nodded at each other before throwing the items they brought with them into the pot and lighting a fire underneath it. Hee. Right now, all that's left is the secret technique passed down amongst the crimson demons. Sneaking up on Megumin as she mumbled about some strange things while stirring the pot, I asked. What secret technique? Aha! The two of them screamed in surprise after hearing my voice and hastily turned around. Kazuma, don't scare me like that. No, wait, that's not it, what are you doing here? This is bad, Megumin. Someone else saw the contents of the pot. I don't know what kind of suspicious ritual they were performing, but the two of them flew into a panic after seeing me. Damn. Now that you've seen it, we have no choice. You should gather your resolve, Yun. How did this? Hey, hold on a minute, you two aren't thinking about doing something dangerous, are you? If it's some kind of top-secret ritual passed down through the Crimson Demons, I can pretend I didn't see it, so let's calm down and talk things through. Looking at me slowly retreat, the two of them looked at each other and nodded. Right, why don't you lend us a hand, Kazuma? We'll give you a portion of the secret Crimson Demon Rabbit Hot Pot if you do. Yeah, it's a secret, but it can't be helped if you saw it. Kazuma-san, can you help us stir the pot? Wait, Rabbit Hot Pot. You snuck out here and did all those cloak and dagger stuff just to make a hot pot. Weren't you doing something like calling down an evil god or something? What are you talking about, Kazuma? We don't need stuff like evil gods and the like. We're planning on going moon watching after this. This is the best day of the year for that. Moon watching? Should you really be doing such things in autumn? It's freezing. Kazuma-san, the colder it is, the clearer the air will be, and thus the moon will appear to be more beautiful. I see. Yeah, I have heard that you can see more stars during winter. However, I'm surprised. To think that the Crimson Demons that are the furthest away from any sense of aesthetics and elegance would have a tradition of moon watching. Hey, hold on a minute, just what do you think Crimson Demons are, Kazuma? There are artists amongst the Crimson Demons too. And we also do stuff like picnics and hikes, you know. Ignoring the two of them, I started stirring the stuff in the pot. Anyway, why Rabbit Hot Pot? We aren't really sure about that either. It seems like a famous Crimson demon once said that talking about the moon brings rabbits to mind, or something along those lines. Guess it's the same old story. This world really does have a lot of warped Japanese legends. The sun has started to set beyond the horizon, and the beautiful moon is slowly rising to the heavens. Well, I think we can start moon watching now. Are the two of you ready? Yeah. I've put in a lot of practice in preparation for this day. It's really cold, so I would like to hurry up and finish my hot pot and head home. And what do you mean by practice? Union seemed to have said something strange while I was distracted by the delicious smell wafting from the hot pot. Right, we're starting. Union, make sure you go along with me. Just as Megumin said that, the two Crimson demons started howling at the moon. What are you two doing? I don't get it at all. Are you two trying to become one with nature? Do the Crimson demons have werewolf blood in them as well? Moon watching obviously involves howling. Come on, Kazuma, join us. It might be embarrassing at first, but it's really fun once you get used to it. It's just like working together with companions. No, this isn't the moon watching I wanted to experience. Look, Kazuma, isn't the moon beautiful? Yeah, that's a very famous line in my country, but with Union howling at my side, I can't feel a single shred of romance in this situation at all. The beautiful moon shone brightly in the sky on this cold winter night. The Crimson Demon moon watching ceremony continued until a couple of patrolling policemen came around to admonish them. Short story, the lap pillow of the false shopkeeper. Just what the hell is going on? Why did you do such a thing, Vonner-san? How do we remove this? Moi didn't think that you'd have such a strange resistance to this. This is the first time Moi has possessed a lich, so this is completely unexpected. Now that it's come to this, why don't you just leave your body and spirit in my care, and let me manage the store? I don't want that. Who knows what will happen to my body if I were to let you do as you wish? Along with Aqua, I came to Wiz's magic store to play around, and upon seeing this scene. Hey, what kind of game are you two playing? Is it fun? Ah, Aqua-sama. Actually, if it isn't the troublesome goddess that only appears at times like this. As you can see, we are very busy right now, so go back home. Hearing Wiz's words, Aqua's jaw dropped in surprise. No, I suppose it'd be more accurate to say that they were Vonner's words, spoken through the possessed Wiz. You. I know you've been giving me a bit more tea and snacks lately, but don't think just that will be enough to excuse such a tone. Ca, calm down, Aqua-sama. Look carefully, that just now there's no way a lich like me would want to curry favor with goddesses in the first place. The tea that I served you in the past were all expired goods. Didn't you notice, I really will get angry, Vonner-san. Even though Vonner tried to make matters worse, after that back and forth, even Aqua has caught on to what was going on. Say, Wiz, at the end of the day, aren't you a lich? How could you let your body be taken over by a devil so easily? And you, weird devil, do you really like Wiz that much? Do you really want to stick to Wiz that much? Yes, Vonner's mask was currently attached to Wiz's face. Just like how it was when he possessed darkness, the two of them seemed to be waging an internal battle for control of the body. Even if you say that, if it were up to Moi, if Moi had to possess a body, Moi would obviously choose a better, easier to control vessel. In short, Vonner-san. Hey, hold on a minute, Vonner-san. How could you say that after suddenly possessing me? I see. I don't get it at all. Can you two explain things one at a time? Seriously, just what happened here? Things wouldn't progress at all if they kept this up, so we stopped the two and listened to them recount the events leading up to this. That would be. Vonner-san said that he wants to sell a new product, but, well, he calls it a product, but a shop where the owner provides a service of lap pillows and ear cleanings. Doesn't this shopkeeper look like she's overflowing with kindness and curves? So I conducted a survey amongst the adventurers that went, if such a shop existed, would you frequent it? More than 50% of them said that they would become regular customers, 30% of them said, hurry up and open the store, and 20% of them wished that the lap pillow be available for afternoon naps as well. It was very well received. Of course I'll become a regular customer too. When are you opening? Will you be offering afternoon naps and bed warmer services too? Don't joke with me too, Kazuma-san. In the first place, my lap and such is too cold, so it wouldn't be very comfortable, and it's too shameless. I can't do that. Plus, all the adventurers who responded to the survey were just joking with me. Though, I do feel that people will really come to make use of such a store. I see, so you wanted to force Wiz to do that. But Wiz is kind and soft, so I think that it wouldn't be a bad experience. Why don't you let me try? Let Aqua-sama try. Well, I don't have a problem with that. But I've never cleaned another person's ear before, so. Saying that, Wiz sat upon her knees and Aqua immediately rested her head on her lap. Come on, you're doing pretty well for your first time. I think I might nod off like this. Hey, Wiz, it's starting to hurt a little. You don't have to dig that deep, do you? Hey, did you hear me? It hurts. What are you doing, Vonir-san? I won't let you have your way. Hey, Wiz, stop getting in my way. This is the perfect opportunity. Moi won't give up like this. And thus Aqua almost suffered a lethal wound while having her ears cleaned. It's only thanks to Wiz's resistance that nothing major happened. Well, I understand how you were possessed, but how did you two become inseparable? Well, liches are fundamentally cursed existences. After possessing such a thing, moi ended up getting cursed too. Don't make it sound like I'm a cursed item. Well, I am fairly interested in the lap pillow ear cleaning business, so why don't we just keep things as it is? No. If I'm sharing the same body as Vonir-san, I wouldn't be able to even take a bath. There's no need to worry about that. Moi has no interest in your naked body at all, so you can rest assured and attend to your business. You're tactless. Vonir-san is way too tactless. Can't you borrow Aqua-sama's power and think of some way to separate us? Looking at Wiz on the verge of tears, Aqua showed a troubled expression. If I use purification magic until only one of you is left, would that count as separating you two? Please think of some other method. Kazuma-san is especially reliable at times like this, so do you have any good ideas? Even if you suddenly ask me, I can't. When a ring gets stuck on your finger, you can easily slip it off after coating it with soap and the like. I'm begging you, Kazuma-san, please think more seriously about this. Why don't you just give up and open the lap pillow service? We'll be able to earn some more money and eat something more filling than what you have now. No. Plus it'd be very troublesome if things were to continue like this. Speaking of which, ever since this started, well. Moi see. Don't worry, young lady, moi will try my best to not hear anything, so, Thanks to Vonir's unnecessary concern, Wiz's scream resonated throughout the store. Later, the mask was easily removed after coating it with soap. End of Volume 13, A Challenge to this Lich.